Do you remember when we read that passage before together?
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about you as a reader and like what you like to do and what you like to read about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, today I want to help you kind of grow a little bit and like learn how to use your voice to make a story come to life. Okay? Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So today you'll learn how to read smoothly, accurately, and with expression. Sound good?
So I have to make faces?
Maybe. That's part of having an expression, right? But before we do that, I want to review the punctuation marks that you see in sentences, okay? So let's talk about this one. What's that?
A question mark?
Okay, and so when you see a question mark in a sentence, what should you do?
It's like asking a question.
So what do you think should happen with your voice? It should be like, should your voice sound like maybe you're asking a question or you're questioning something?
Do you know how to draw?
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Or what about that one?
That's an exclamation mark.
Okay.
It's when like something shouts or something.
Yeah, like you have strong emotions, right?
Yeah,
Like if
I got to go to the pool.
there you go. Great job. Good job. All right, what about that one?
That's a period.
A period. Okay. And so what do you see? What do you do when you see a period at the end of a sentence?
It's you're ending the sentence.
Okay. So you would want to maybe stop and just pause real brief.
Yeah.
Okay. What about that one?
A comma.
Okay.
So when you're doing a lot of things, you put commas in between, and then the last thing you do an and.
Okay. Yep. So with a comma, you want to have a short pause between the words.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And the last one, what are those?
I don't really know what they're called.
Okay, good. So we can learn something new today. So that's a quotation mark. And anytime that words are in quotation marks in a sentence or a book that you're reading.
It is someone else talking.
Kind of
or
like
you talking.
Yep, like a character, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you would have your character voice come out.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good job. Way to review those. Okay, so let's talk about reading this passage together. Okay?
This one?
Yep. So I'm going to start off with the first part. I'm going to read that and give you an example and show you that. Okay?
Okay.
And then we'll do some together, and then eventually you will do this all on your own. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so this passage is called The Sun and Wind Had an Argument. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Once the wind and the sun had an argument. I am stronger than you, said the wind. No, you're not, replied the sun. They didn't stop arguing until they saw a traveler wrapped in a big shawl, walking in a quiet road. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this one together. I want you to read the first sentence, and then I'll read the second sentence, and then you read the third sentence, and then I'll read the fourth one. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You read the first one, and that's that new paragraph.
Let's see who can make. Wait. Let's see who can make him take off the shawl.
Comma, said the wind. Right.
Yes.
So you want to include that whole sentence. Use your comma, pause. Said the wind.
Yeah.
He blew hard and shouted, "Take it off! The stronger the wind blew, the tighter the traveler held onto the shawl."
At least the wind gave up.
Okay. So let's look at where we did good and where we can do better. Okay. So you said, let's see who can make him take off the shawl, comma. I think work on pausing just a little bit right there when you see the end of the quotation marks and pause. And then let's make sure we have like a switch in the voice so we can tell the difference between when the wind is talking and when you're just talking reading.
It also looks kind of weird because they have the same marks and one's just on top and under.
Right. Okay. So let's do it one more time, okay? And let's really work on making our voices change, because I think I could have done better as well when I read he blew hard and shouted. Take it off. And then I need to pause and say, the stronger the wind blew, the tighter the traveler held onto the shawl. Because that's a change in the person reading the book and the character. All right? So let's read that second paragraph again together. You go first.
Let's see who can make him take off the straw, said the wind.
He blew hard and shouted, take it off! The stronger the wind blew, the tighter the traveler held onto the shawl.
At least the wind gave up.
Okay, couple corrections on that last one. You did a really good job. I think we did a lot better changing it from character to reader. That last sentence, it says, at last. At last. So really make sure you're decoding there and sounding out your letters. Because it was like, at last, the wind gave up.
I thought it said at least.
You're right. Okay, so let's read the last paragraph. I want you to read the entire rest. The entire rest of the passage by yourself. Okay, all the way down to the bottom. Make sure you're really paying attention to those punctuation marks and the quotations, so that your voice is changing and showing expression. Okay?
Also, it has it's bigger letters and more color.
Yeah, so the text that you're reading when it's the character is in bold. It won't always be like that in every passage that you read. But go ahead, read that last passage.
Okay. Then it was the sun's turn. The sun smiled and said, watch me. The sun began to shine gently at first. He said kindly, me. The sun began to shine gently at first. He said kindly, won't you feel warmer? As he warmed more, the traveler began to feel heat on his shoulders and neck. He loosened the shawl.
Go ahead and finish that last part. You're doing a good job.
It's warm now, puzzled the traveler dropped the shawl.
Okay, let me stop you right there, okay? When you said, it's warm now, you did a great job of, it's warm now, showing the expression. Make sure you really hit that pause with the comma down there, because he says, it's warm now, comma, puzzled, the traveler dropped the shawl and walked on in the sun. Go ahead.
It's warm now, puzzled, the traveler dropped the shawl and walked on in the sun. The sun looked at the wind and quietly said, see? Gentle warmth wins.
Good. You did a really good job in that last part, really showing expression. I liked how you said, see? It's kind of like how you do with Cabri, right? When you're playing with her, you're like, see? Yeah, you did a really good job. High five. Awesome. Good job.